Good evening, and welcome back to another video of Grey Man Profits for intermediates today. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing how can you make money and utilize an order block from a larger firm. Okay, well let's look at the chart. So this is a mock chart that I've drawn up, illustrating how an order block would be visible if you have the right settings on, or additionally, how it can affect the market when it is introduced. So first of all, price is rising, and if you have the right indicators on, you'll see that a firm has put a large order block at a certain price. And what will happen is once that is indicated in and reached the price in which the firm is wishing to go for, often the order block will result in an opposite direction. So in this case, price would fall. One of the things that you will utilize and will be able to tell is that because prices move so quickly downwards, some of those orders in the original order block will most likely probably not being filled. So what has a tendency to happen, if you look over at this smaller graph, which I intended to be a more zoomed in version, is that the firms will trace back price back into this zone to regain the rest of their order block. So the order block after this second move will be cancelled out. In other words, they have finished their order and they have taken all the money that they can. And the way that you can utilize this is if you see an order block and the move is drastic, one, you could always catch the movement down, but it gives us a secondary opportunity. If it does retrace back into it, if you don't catch the upward movement, what will happen is that the orders will be filled and the original idea of the order block will be repeated, saying that price will once again drop down in a fashion as such. So on the larger graph, let's just say that this is the way that it plays out. Not exactly as drastic as that. Let's remove this. So let's say that price steeply sticks down and then decides to reverse spike back up into this demand zone to fill the orders. And then we'll reduce back down as the original idea intended. Back down to the ground. So, as we were discussing before, we can utilize this by buying in or setting a short at this point. Sorry, the pen's running out. Okay, we set a short at this point, let's say in the middle of the order block, and we schedule it for the same distance of deviation that happened the first time, because that is definitely what the larger firms or the private players intended. So we set our TP down the bottom, and we set our stop loss for, let's say, 10 pips above the order block. Or if you want to go a little bit further so that it's a 3-to-1 ratio, let's play it safe and let's do 50 pips if we're planning for a 100 to 150 pip move. Let's say SL 50 pips and 100 pips to 200. And this, by the way that the price moved the first time, will show a similar price action as it falls down. One of the benefits that you can get from this is, of course, if there is a break of structure and a new idea, you can always adjust your stop loss or close the trade. This is one of the ways that we can utilize an order block and take the crumbs from the larger fish, being the larger firms. Well, hope that I explained that well enough that you can start implementing that into your trading, and more importantly, make some goddamn money. Okay. Well, I hope you have a great night. And once again, be the great man. Catch you guys next time.